Cancer, to your end of the month reading for February. Hope you friends are doing great out there. Welcome back, all subscribers, and anyone new to my channel. Welcome, welcome. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. She's not on, so let's go ahead and turn that on. And I want to thank the subscriber that actually sent me this beautiful unicorn Pegasus. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so make sure she's nice and lit up on the table. Okay. And getting straight into your energy, what you're thinking, feeling, or the energy surrounding you. Okay. What is going on for Cancer for the end of the month? Best message, please. Best message for Cancerians. Beautiful Cancerians. Thinking, feeling, or the energy surrounding them, please. Thinking, feeling, or the energy surrounding them, please. Now it looks like you're going after your Ten of Cups, what satisfies you. Just really, it feels like you just worried about yourself right now. Really going after what makes you happy, what satisfies you. Clarifying on the Ten of Cups. This card's not only going to clarify the Ten of Cups, but the entire reading. Ooh, third eye chakra coming out. Really using that intuition right now, Cancer. Really, I think you're just seeing things for the way things are and knowing. There's also the feel like there's this knowing here. So we really should also have a crown chakra going with this, because I feel like not only can you see where you need to be and what is good for you, it feels like there's this knowing with the Ten of Cups as well. It's like I see it and I know it. Okay, so getting straight into the situation. Situation is taking place in the present, the near past, and the near future. I just keep feeling like if you can't offer me at least 5 of these cups, I'll offer them to myself. I'll give the other 5 to myself, make 10. Okay. Clarifying on the present situation. Building firm foundations. Yep. Taking back what's yours over here. And and you got the heartache and loss coming up. Okay, and here's your crown chakra. Okay, so Spirit is giving us 3 cards over here, Cancer. Very rare, but that's fine. But I told you, I felt that knowing. I see it, I know it. So that's a lot of cards. So hopefully you've got the heartache and loss, the firm foundations. Okay. And in the past over here you had in the recent past you had the new beginnings with recognition and rewards upside down. Ooh. Oh wow, and that's like going right across. If we kind of push them up, it's actually going right across from the heartache and the loss. So it's kind of telling me this is where the heartache and the loss kind of came from, was not getting this recognition and this reward. Wow. And in the near future, you have the choose wisely. And that's it. There was nothing else. So Spirit is just saying choose wisely. You have 6 for the harmony. So knowing your harmony, getting, deep within what makes you happy. That's what it's saying with the Ten of Cups, right? This is what's going to make me happy. And this is going to also bring in this fresh new start with the Ten of Cups, actually bringing in the new beginning. It feels like maybe you walked into a new beginning over here, but you are going to start doing one for yourself. And this is also 6 as well. So And like I said, that 6 is just really knowing the appreciation and having the self-sacrifice and loyalty. I feel like there's this loyalty going to you. Like I said, if you can't give me the 5 of Cups, I'll give it back to myself. I have no problems. And this is taking on that responsibility for self, right? And you can see it and you know it. Okay, so going over here to the new beginnings. Clarify on the new beginnings, please. I'm going to move these down just a little bit, you guys, because I'm going to use this Akashic tarot card. It's going to take up a lot of room just for deeper meaning. Okay, new beginnings. Tell us what the new beginnings are. We have the 7 of Staffs in reverse. The Ace of Cups. Whoa, you had the Ace of Cups. And then we have the King of Swords coming in. Could have been dealing with an Aquarius, Aquarius, Gemini, or a Libra. That is an Aquarius card. Wow. Okay. It feels like this beautiful communication with the Ace of Cups, with the 7 of Staffs. It was finally to the point maybe to where you actually, there was a time that there was so much great communication over here. And with the 7 of Staffs upside down, it's almost like saying, you know what? I'm going to take this risk. It feels like a risk that you're taking. Maybe a risk you haven't done in a long time. Maybe it was a risk that you wanted. But there was also a lot of contradiction coming from the communication. So it feels like it was a risk to give this King of Swords all the communication, all the Ace of Cups that you had. And it does even feel like the King of Swords was giving you the Ace of Cups. But then all of a sudden, having the King of Swords sitting on top of the 7 of Staffs, it feels like all of a sudden contradictions were being made. Clarify on the 7 of Staffs. How interesting. New horizons. That's pretty much going on top of the 7 of Staffs, but it just felt like there were things on the horizons. You felt like you had your ships coming in. Feels like a very, with the Ace of Cups, it feels like this person gave you everything you wanted. It feels like a union. If we had 2 of Cups, right, it would show this unity together, but it feels like you had the Ace of Cups, so you felt complete with this person. And this, I feel they may have felt complete with you at one time too, but then what is this contradictions coming up with this weakness? But it does feel like you did, Cancer. You may have had a lot of barriers and boundaries, right? At one time. At one time, it feels like the 7 of Staffs was right side up. And you could have been blocking yourself until you met this person. And then all of a sudden, you kind of, that's for somebody. Okay, not everybody, but yeah, you definitely felt like you could trust this person. But then this person all of a sudden started contradicting. 6 of Stacks. It felt like this was victory over here. It was victorious with this person. I think you guys felt that there was a union going on. It was building and it was building. This person was trustworthy. The relationship was going great. But then contradictions started happening with the Page of Staffs coming in. It was traveling beautiful. I don't understand the contradictions over here. Was there something about this person that even though you had this unity, it seemed like they were shy, that they were kind of, I don't know, pushing on you, contradicting? Like maybe you would say something like, I don't know, we should move in together, and then they would push that back, and then they would say something like, yeah, we should. And then you would say, okay, so when do you think that maybe we should, move in together? And they'd say, well, I never said that. So they just feel like there's this contradiction going on over here. With the recognitions and rewards coming in, Judgment upside down. Text messages, they just stopped. The communication wasn't there. The Temperance was upside down. It's feeling like all of a sudden, Page of Swords, that's your person. Spirit's going to let us know that your person is swords. It doesn't have to be. Yeah, with the Judgment, it was like a bad call. The Temperance upside down. There's disharmony with the Page of Swords upside down. It's like they look, Eight of Staffs upside down. It stopped moving the way you wanted it to move. Maybe the text started getting smaller or didn't come in at all. Communication was not like it was once before. This person is not giving you the recognition reward that they once did. And communication is faulty. Not coming towards you. Not coming towards you. Star card upside down. Could be some waste. It feels like all of a sudden they're wasting your time. There could be some confusion going on. Is there some confusion over here, you guys? Because all of a sudden it's like you started getting really committed to the relationship and then all of a sudden they pull away from you. Is that what's going on? Because that's what it feels like. It feels like, hey, we have the Ace of Cups and we're growing strong together. I know you're the Mr. or Mrs. Right for me. I totally feel it. We're so connected with the King of Swords over here. And it just feels like the tighter knit that you get and the more committed that you want to get, all of a sudden they pulled. They pulled back and it felt like all of a sudden they're wasting your time. They're draining you. You can't seem to move forward with them. And it just feels like they keep pulling away from you. No matter how much effort you might be trying to put into this relationship with the Page of Staffs, they're not recognizing you the way they used to. It's almost like you got so close. I think they're afraid of commitment. Because it looks like the more you travel towards them and you think you have your victory with them and you're looking out on the horizons of how you're going to, get closer and get closer, they keep pulling away. I think this person's afraid of commitment. That's what I believe. So with the firm foundations over here, it's almost like, well, fine. And maybe with the Six of Swords, you stop going towards them, right? They stop coming towards you, so you stop trying. That's what it feels like. It feels like you stop trying. Let's get a Akashic Record card over here for you guys. I think they're afraid of overcommitment. I think they're only going to allow it to go so far and then they're going to pull away. If you are dealing with an Aquarius, it's almost like they want their freedom. They don't want to be tied down. They only want to go so close to you. As Aquarius is, free loving, they only want to be tied down when they feel that they are right for it, right? When they feel comfortable. And I think that maybe they met somebody like you who was so much like them, it scared them. They're afraid. Six of Forces, the waterfall. So there's going to be some healing that needs to take place. And I feel that maybe it's them who needs healing. Yes, you'll probably need healing as well from this because it feels like this was Mr. or Mrs. Right. Why did they pull away from me? Why did they leave? Or if they didn't leave, it was just that they pulled away so much that you end up leaving, right? Take it how it resonates. With the waterfall, though, it does feel like with this waterfall, that they definitely need some healing. I feel that they have emotional commitment issues and they need some kind of healing to come into place. They need to understand their emotions. Maybe they're emotionally immature. They don't know how to deal with real relationships. So the more that you guys get close, the more, it just feels like then the more the contradictions keep coming. So over here in the present, you have the firm foundations. It's like, well, I have to be stable and set for myself. I have to do things for myself. So it's you doing things for yourself now, Cancer. You know where you're supposed to be, and this is why you're saying, fine, like I said before, you can't offer me the 5 of Cups. I will give it back to myself. Because I have things that I have to do. I need to move forward. Getting really firm within yourself and really standing your own ground for your own self. Knowing your self-worth and knowing what you're worth and where you need to be. Okay. Knight of Cups. Is this because some of them in the present, did they come back and try to apologize for pulling back? Did they try to come back and offer you cups again? But was it the right kind of cups? Or did they just come back to apologize and tell you, I'm sorry, I can't be a part of your firm foundations? They know they messed up? Or is it just you? Take it how it resonates. Or is it just you offering yourself the cups that you need, that extra 5 cups to say, you know what? And you know what, you guys? It is, no matter what, still you offering those 5 cups to yourself, telling you, you have to move forward. Maybe some of you want them to come back to offer an apology. Hey, where did you go? Did they ghost you? And then you walked away forever? You know, not waiting for them to call back. Take it how it resonates. It's going to be a little different for everybody, but no matter what, we're going to look at the Knight of Cups as being you offering yourself the firm foundations for yourself. It is the Knight of Cups. It is you, right? And like I said, you might not be dealing with a air sign. You might be dealing with another emotional, you know, over emotional Pisces, another Cancer. People who do have, you know, get deep into their emotions. But yeah, Scorpio, that's a Scorpion card. There's the Pisces, there's the Pisces Cancer card coming up right now. However, it does feel like no matter what, it's you offering yourself the cups of this 10 of Cups. And no matter what, it's going to be you. And then it does feel like they did come back. They did come back to say something. They did come back to try to apologize for them knowing that they messed up. But you're like, no, I cannot commit to you. You need to go heal. You need to go find yourself. You know, I cannot be with you. And this causes the heartache and the loss, right? Because you're dealing with the heartache and loss. You're trying to become determined. You're pulling yourself out of the heartache and the loss. You're very determined to get yourself back to the steady place that you need to be. Putting yourself first as the 10 of Staffs. Very determined to move forward. Yep, 6 of Cups. The perfect timing to move forward. You don't want to stay. You know and you see that this is not a place for you to linger. And that's exactly what it was. You were lingering there, right? You were lingering in the heartache and the loss. You were lingering over here. And like I said, and it's like, no, I can't. It just looks like most of you are not taking their cups because they're too confusing. You confused me. This cannot happen, you know. It's like I gave you everything. I maybe even gave you chance after chance. And then they didn't want to deal with it. It's almost like maybe you had said something to them about it and they didn't want to deal with it. So what? They don't verbally express themselves because they hide their emotions. And it's so heartbreaking. I can see it because it's like, look, we were Mr. and Mrs. Right. We had everything. And then you, as soon as commitment came into the picture or something that was, you know what I mean? Like, maybe just the relationship getting deeper and deeper within itself. You pulled away. How can you deal with something like that? You can't. And you know it. So you know this is the perfect timing for you to continue to move forward and be determined to do things for yourself, not worrying about what this other person, as we say, Aquarius over here, says, right? We're not going to worry about Aquarius. You can't. Even if they're coming back to you, because it either, They either want to come back, or they already have come back, or they just know that they messed up and they know that they should come back to apologize. They know deep down inside, you guys, that they messed up. They knew Cancer was my person. It says it right here. Knowing that they had Mr. or Mrs. Right. They just don't know how to emotionally deal with it. That's why your person came up as the King of Swords, for those reasons. Great communication of knowing that I have the right person. Two of Coins, just too much drama. There's too much drama going on. I don't want any drama. I don't want to be pulled in different directions. I don't want my emotions pulled in different directions. So it's better just to be determined to move forward. And that's what you guys are doing, which is so beautiful, right? Bringing on the strength for yourself and knowing that if you sit in this energy, you're just pulling yourself in different directions. Absolutely getting to become the beautiful Queen of Cups that you are. That is your cup, your card, excuse me. And this is you knowing who you are. Knowing what you're capable and being loyal to yourself. Yeah. So getting a card over here. Yeah. And that's where you're sitting now, right? Because you know who you are, Cancer. You know you're worth so much more than this. All these chakras open. You guys might be even having dreams about this person. You know, you might be dreaming about them coming back. Dreaming about them coming back to offer. And if you are having dreams, this could be another reason why you feel, you know, so pulled in certain directions. The lightning bolt, 8 of Forces. So the lightning bolt is telling you of Forces. Sorry guys, I'm still learning these cards. I don't know all of them just yet. I'm doing a good job though. Doing a good job learning. Good, I'm a quick learner, but I don't get this card very often, so excuse me for 1 second. Because it says at first glance, the event may seem sudden or unexpected. So is this the sudden and unexpected return of this person in the present? Did they already come for some of you? Or is it that they are coming still in the present? You know, the present can be up to, you know, we have like what we consider like future present, right? So it could be like 3 days from now, all of a sudden. And is that why some of you might be dreaming? Do you see them as this bird coming to you to send you messages, to, you know, to say, hey? So it says at first glance, the event may be sudden or unexpected, but the light that flashes, we see the deep puddles of the storm that has been going on for some time. You've probably been aware of the threat or difficulty at some level, even if you were unwilling to acknowledge it before. Now is the time to accept the situation and not fight what's so. There's a benefit coming, but it often takes an ending to bring forth a new beginning, and it's the storm that cleanses the field. So yeah, maybe just some of you, we got a lot of chakra cards up here, very, very psychic cards right here. So maybe some of you are psychically knowing, oh my God, I can feel them coming back, right? I'm empathic. I know they're coming back. I feel them coming. I'm having dreams that they're coming. I see this bird outside my window. I know they're coming. I don't know, right? And it just feels like you know that they're coming, or they've already shown their face. And this is, you know, and you're saying, no, it's not going to happen. I'm doing things for myself. So however it is, it feels like a lightning storm going on within you right now. And it does feel in some ways that you are being kind of pulled in two directions. It's like, I'm so determined to get over here, but I got to get this person out of my energy. And it's, look at this, it's causing a fire, right? It's causing a fire down there. A lot of you probably praying, please don't come back. Well, use law and attraction, right? If you really don't want them there, don't put them in your energy. You know, just say, I'm moving forward beautifully. I don't need anyone else here. but don't let the universe know what you don't want, right? Try to erase them from the energy. But it's going to be hard if you really do know and you see it and you're intuitive enough to know, yeah, it's going to be rough. Like, they're too close for comfort, right? I don't want to deal with that. And then maybe for some of you, you really do want them to come back so that they can tell you exactly, but I don't really see that a whole lot. There could be a very small amount of you who do want this apology so that you can move on. But I just feel like the majority of you, that you already understand the situation. You just want it over. Okay, so choosing wisely. Take it how it resonates. Knight of Swords, you have your own communications coming, but there's swift communication coming with the Seven of Coins. So choosing wisely, it does feel like for a lot of you, they are coming in towards this end of the Mercury retrograde. And it's this patiently planning, I don't want anything to do with you, Seven of Coins. So if they do contact you, it feels like you might just tell them, yeah, there's nothing here that's for us. With the Empress upside down, there's nothing here. But I am going to tell you one thing. This is your person again. So remember what I said. They might be contacting you because it feels like they know they messed up and it feels like they want to apologize. They know they screwed this up. With the Empress upside down, that's guilt, knowing that they messed this up. Okay. But they have no plans. But they have no plans to fix this. Wait a minute. So what's the point? What's the point then? Guilt does a lot of things to people. They don't see you working this out with them. For others of you, it's just communication, that you need to go through to start seeing things in a different light, and getting yourself back to your Ten of Cups. And that's what the majority of it is. The majority of it is just you going and doing what you need to do, okay, and not worrying about the Seven of Pentacles upside down, not worrying about, the failures from the past, moving forward for the things that are great. So if you feel like my relationship was a failure, how am I going to find someone else? It's just kind of moving past that, communicating that. But I'm telling you right now, here is this person. For the majority of that's what it is. They're trying to tell you about the failures of the relationship and how they feel like they're guilty with the Empress upside down. That's it. I feel it. I see it. And if they're not really going to move toward you and not do that, boy, is it in their energy. Boy, are they thinking about it. Maybe they don't really, maybe they're afraid that they can't come to you. Maybe it's just them really thinking about doing so because they know that you might neglect them. But for most of you, yes, they really want to come in, talk about the failures and how they neglected you and, and how things went. That's that rejection, right? And you're going to choose wisely over here because you're saying with the King of Cups, this is you coming in saying, you know what? I don't want anything to do with this. You're causing over emotion for me. And it does feel very unpredictable with the King of Cups upside down and very untrusting. Now to the point to where you don't really trust this person very much, right? Because how can I trust you when this is what you do? I can't trust your emotions, they're saying. That's what you're saying. I can't trust your emotions. How am I going to know that you would want to commit to me? How would I know? It feels very, emotionally insecure or emotionally immature. And it's just, I don't know how far I could trust this. So with the choosing wisely, you're pretty much just saying, I don't know how far this could go. With the Empress upside down is also a very mistrusting emotions. Again, she's a very nurturing, loving person. And it doesn't mean that they're, when they come in to have this conversation, it doesn't mean that they're going to do, that they're, that they're going to ask for you back. That's what they're just trying to, it's almost like they're trying to solve a situation. But it feels like you just want to kind of ignore this situation because you're going after what you're going after. You don't have time for this. Yes, you're trying to become an emperor. You're trying to move away from this. And you're single and enjoying it and traveling in directions that you want to travel in, having the worthiness and the self-control and knowing who you are. And this conversation for you is not what you want. This is not what I want. I pretty much almost kind of like have nothing to say to you. You were afraid. You didn't want to commit. You pulled away from me. Yes, it feels like you're in a chess game. Excuse me. It feels like it's like you and the universe, right? With all these things being thrown at you. So, yeah, you feel like you're in a chess game right now, and you just feel like you need to make the best move, the wise move. The best wise move for you. And right now, it feels like the majority of you already know what you want and where you need to go. And so this is definitely not something that you want to come back and get messed up in your energy when you just did everything to put yourself back to where you want to be. Most of you, I feel, are so determined and so strong that you're not going to allow this. But boy, do I feel the pain. I do feel the pain. And it took a lot to get past this pain. When you find someone that is, you know, perfect for you, and they do this, it's very painful. Okay, so it says, those sides seem to be clearly divided. Many of the people involved are really just out for themselves. Okay. It's time for you to take an emotional or even an actual step back. That's really what you need to do, right? Just take an emotional step back. The more you get involved and the stronger you hold your position, the more heated the situation may become. No matter how challenging, try to maintain an inner peace. Don't participate in any battles, but don't let yourself be deceived either. Look in everything coolly and unemotionally. So you need to detach, right? So, and that's really what you're doing. You have to detach because it feels to me, you know, they're not going to grow. Where's the growth? Where's the growth? I don't see them coming back any different from what they were before. I didn't see any growth. You know, how's this person? Let's ask, right? Are they going to grow? No, they're confused. 7 of Cups. They're confused, which is going to lead to more confusion. So, okay. Okay, my friends, let's see what's going on here. Spirit says the next few months. Okay. And remain positive. I say remain positive and remain strong. Okay, and that was it for you, my friends. And until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.